Hear ye, WordPress plugin enthusiast. I am your king of WordPress, King Apple Juicer. And as your king, I'm here to tell you that you need to be a little less enthused about the WordPress plugins already installed in your WordPress installation. And if you refuse to follow these instructions and do this trick that is so cheap and so easy and so quick, you deserve to live with the thirst of no apple juice for the rest of your days. I'm the online cheapskate, back again today to show you exactly how to deal with plugins. Mostly today we're going to be deleting plugins you don't need, and it's a good practice to do so because oftentimes plugins introduce vulnerabilities to your site that hackers like to exploit and take your hard work from you. So we're going to get rid of all the plugins we don't need, and sometimes plugins actually slow down your site. You can speed test it. I'll show you how to do that in another video, but I'm just going to show you the plugins that I delete, and in deleting them we'll clean up our WordPress installation as well. So let's get to it. If you click the link below, you're going to come to Bluehost. I recommend you log into your WordPress website through Bluehost because it seems to me that a lot of times new WordPress installers don't notice what their username and password is when they built their site. So we're going to go to this site, fullyloadeddiaper.com. Already starting to grow tired of this crazy name, but I'm going to show you that it really doesn't matter what the name is. And you know, by the way, I actually used to promote a program that showed mothers how to get free diapers. So I think I still have that time of my life drilled into my head as I was making this. Okay, so here's the interface for Bluehost when you first log into your Bluehost account. And now you can just go to WordPress here for the domain name listed here, the fully loaded diaper domain that I made in the last video. And we'll go to my WordPress installation. All right, so here we are back on the Bluehost plugin. We want to be on the dashboard. So let's go to the dashboard here. We'll click that, and if you notice, we're getting all these messages, all these pop-ups. This is annoying, okay? We don't need all this stuff, and what we're gonna do to clean up this site is we're gonna delete some plugins. For whatever reason, Bluehost likes to bring in a lot of plugins to your site when you first make it. Oftentimes when you install a theme as well, it'll demand extra plugins. So what I like to do is get rid of all the ones that I don't need. And it's the plugins that are making oftentimes these message boxes that you see, okay? So when we get rid of the ones we don't need, then we will have a cleaner installation. So I'm just gonna get rid of all the plugins that I don't think you need because I don't use them. I mean, if you wanna use them, you can, but I don't use these, so I can't recommend you to use them. So this Akismet anti-spam, I'm gonna delete that. It's not even activated. And I also recommend if you have plugins that aren't activated and you're not using, to get them off your site because it just opens your site to more vulnerabilities. Bluehost we're gonna leave there. That's doing our caching. That's doing a lot of great things as regards performance for us. This other one, Google Analytics for WordPress by Monster Insights. I'm gonna deactivate this because I can get Google Analytics. I'll say I no longer need the plugin. I can get Google Analytics directly through Google Analytics. There's no reason for me to use this plugin to do it. And I know that eventually they charge you for it. So I deactivated it. You can see now that it's gone from blue, like Bluehost, to white. And now that I deactivated it, I can delete it. So that's what I'll do. I'm going to delete this. So now that it's deleting, and just like that, it's gone. Hello Dolly, don't need this. Okay, I'm just gonna delete this. There's really no reason for this to be here. Let's go down the list. Jetpack, I don't like this. I don't use this. I'm gonna deactivate this. Okay. You know, people seem to like this sometimes for security, but I'm gonna show you a security plugin that is way better than any of this, and it's also free. and it's something I actually use. So now that I deactivated it, the page reloaded, and I can delete it. So let's get rid of this. Next one on the list, after this one deletes, is this next one that pops up called Opt-in Monster API. Don't need this. I deactivate this, okay? This is a plugin that helps you to be able to capture leads and send them to your email newsletter. I'll make another video series about how to set that up for free. But when I use plugins, I use something called Thrive Leads. I'll put in the description as well so you can just check it out. It's actually a paid plugin. I wouldn't recommend you get it until you need it, but that's what I use. So I don't like this. I'm gonna delete this. The plugin I do use gives me all the functionality that I want when it comes to opt-in forms and doing some creative things that gets you more leads, but I'll show you that in another video. This really simple SSL, we're gonna leave that because that's what's got us this lockbox up here on the URL, indicating that we have a safe site, and that it also allows Google to crawl us with confidence and display us without a whole bunch of warning messages. So I'm gonna keep that, and even this last one on here, WP Forms Lite, I'm gonna deactivate this. And it's your choice, okay? I deactivate this because I don't do contact forms. Contact forms honestly is a bit old school, so there's really no reason to keep doing that. And since I never do contact forms, I'm just going to delete this because for me, contact forms is a waste of time. People want to contact me, they can do it on my social media. They can also sign up for my newsletter and then respond. And honestly, when people do that, I take it a little bit more serious anyway. So I'm not putting a contact form on my site. So really, all we need is Bluehost and really simple SSL. That's it. Everything else is gone. So now that we've cleaned up all the WordPress plugins, what you will see is that most of the messages that appeared in our dashboard, they have now disappeared. And on top of that, our site is a lot less cluttered, it's more clean, and a lot less vulnerable to hackers' attempts to steal our hard work from us. So now I'm going to show you in this video right here the WordPress plugins that you do need and that I install on every WordPress installation. See you there.